Yo, it's Quincy, aka SJ, back at it again with another video. You already know the vibes, and today I'm just going to share my experience of what it's like to be stealth at the workplace. For those of you that don't know, I lost my job back in April due to COVID, and it sucked. I wasn't an essential worker, so they dropped me. I was down for a little bit, but I was like, you know what? This is just a hard time for a lot of us. A lot of us are losing our jobs. A lot of us are losing like family members. A lot of us are losing friends. We're all kind of going through the same things in different ways. So I just thought about that and let that sit on my mind. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep applying. And you know what? I found a job. So I'm working out here in Jersey, still doing IT, for those of you that don't know. I do IT. I'm working on a couple of servers right now, and I'm just doing my thing, building my skills, making new connections and networking and things like that. But no one at my job, except for HR, knows that I'm trans. Yo. So before I dissect everything and get into this topic, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, hit that notification button so you can get notified when all my videos drop, and let's do this. All right, so no one at my job knows that I am trans, and it's not that I'm trying to necessarily keep this from everyone, but being trans is a part of me that is not everybody's business. You don't, because you are trans and you are living as a trans person, or identifying a certain way, that's your business, right? You don't have to go off and tell everyone or tell the world. Like, you don't have to tell anyone unless you want to, unless you feel comfortable in doing so. And I think that's very important for me to say to folks. Until you're comfortable, don't worry about who I should sell this to. Don't worry about who is next in line that needs to know. Like, no one needs to know anything until you are comfortable. And that's something I need to stress a lot, because folks feel like because you're trans, you need to tell them you're trans. If you don't, you're lying and blah, blah, blah. And that's not the case. It's just like, I'm doing this for my safety. I don't know y'all. I don't know y'all beliefs. I don't know how y'all feel about trans folk. I don't know how y'all feel about the LGBT community as a whole. We just different, you know what I'm saying? And until we can get to a point where I even can figure out where you stand in those beliefs, then I'm not saying anything, And I'm not gonna be the one that just tries to pick at your brain about that either. Like, I don't care if you don't like me. Y'all gonna like me regardless. Let me just say this. People like me regardless. I have a great vibe. My personality's awesome. I'm funny. I'm cute. I'm short. People like those things. For some reason, I don't know. I just draw a lot of attention. It's not me being like cocky or anything like that. I step into a room, people are gonna acknowledge me. And that's just how it's always been. And my friends can say that. My friends can back me up on that too. People notice me when I step in the room. I don't have to do much. And that's just me trying to be as humble as possible. I really get acknowledged really quick. Literally on my first day of work, all right, let's say my second day of work. First day of work, they paired me up with someone. Second day of work, they kind of just threw me in the fire, right? And then someone was like, hey, you want to come work with me? Like, I can help you out. And I'm just saying that bit of information to really emphasize that people notice me. I'm the new person here. Y'all gonna notice me because I just haven't been around, and I see a new face. Bam, notice me. That's just how it is, right? I don't know you though. You notice me, but you don't know me, and I'm just not gonna come out to you and say, I'm trans, right? That's not my stilo. I'm not no. There are a few people at my job that I can say though that I would be willing to come out to, and I'm not saying a few people, like 2 people that I'm really cool with. I would be willing to come out to them, but like I said, I've never had that conversation about being trans. I've never had the conversation with them about any LGBT related situations. So I don't know when the right time would be, or if there ever will be a right time. I'm not stressing about it, but if I feel like there's a time that I want to talk to them about that, then I definitely will. Because like I said, I do really like these 2 people at my job, and we've gotten really close. We hang out, and not really hang out because, you know, COVID, but like we talk at work. We catch up through text and stuff like that. So I wouldn't mind sharing that with them. But I don't know where their mind's at, so I ain't saying nothing until I really get to know them, right? Boom. Like I said, the only people that know about me is HR, and that's very important. So let me just backtrack a little bit. I'm just going to talk about like how I got this job, like my resume and things like that. I'll make a separate video as well talking about like getting a job being trans and like how to navigate that and all of those things, but I just want to touch on it a little bit so y'all can understand where I'm kind of coming from. So applying to the job, I was just like, I'm changing my name on my resume. I'm gonna send it in, gonna push my luck. I made a whole separate email address, and Quincy is just my name, and that's it. I'm not going by my birth name anymore for jobs or none of that. Like, I'm kind of just, it's just Quincy, right? You're either gonna like it, love it, or just leave me alone. And during these times, it's really hard to push that luck because not many people are getting hired because, you know, COVID and things going on. Everybody needs a job. I needed this job. I needed this job because I just like having money, you know? So, but I was just pushing my luck. I was like, I'm just gonna put Quincy on my resume and we're gonna see what happens. Got a call back within like the next 3 days or so, and they were like, you know, interested. I went through my interview, blah, blah, blah. Passed the interview. I had like 2 rounds of interviews and I did well. Everything went straight, and then I got the job, right? So HR calls me and then they're like, hey Quincy, we just need you to fill out some paperwork and all of these things. And I'm just like, actually there's something I need to say, because, you know, they wanted me to fill out things with, like, they sent me paperwork that had Quincy on it, and that's not my birth name. So I was just like, so here's the thing. There's something I forgot to tell you. Like, so I had to like backtrack a little bit, and then I was just like, so my birth name isn't Quincy. My legal name is insert name here, and they kind of were just like, oh, okay, like, that's fine, perfectly fine. I'll go switch up the paperwork. I'll let so-and-so know so they know what to do about this and that. And I was just like, that was easy. Like, I was panicking on this side. Like, my heart was like tap dancing on my chest. And I was just really panicking because it was the first time I ever done that. Like, use Quincy as my name and like put it on my resume. And so I was panicking. I was panicking. But it really worked out for me, and they're the only people that know, like HR. But here's what sucks. There's papers that go around at work. Sometimes we have to sign them, just work shit. And it has my birth name on there, but no one has ever asked about it, but I see it, and it says it as my middle name. So it says Quincy, birth name, last name. And I'm just like, I left it alone because I don't necessarily talk about my transness to many folk, and I just I want to take it off. So, but it's there. It says my middle name, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it there because it could be my middle name. Like, it's okay. Like, I've known cis males that have their middle name as like Ashley or like Leslie or like stuff like that. So if they can have a feminine middle name, I guess I can have a feminine middle name as well. So they think, you know, but that's not my actual middle name. And that's that on that, you know. But my point of this whole video is just being stealth and like me navigating that in its entirety. So it's really weird when you are for me, this is all of my experience. I feel like it's really weird being in the male group at work, and how all the other guys just like hang out with me. I've never really had so much of that because I've always just been around girls, right? High school, I went to an all-girls high school. All of my friends are girls. I have a very small, select few guy friends, and I'm okay with that. But now I'm at work, and it's just a lot more. The ratio to guys to women is very different. Like, there's way more guys than there is women, and that's just how it is in IT. So if you're watching this video and you're a woman, go apply to some IT jobs if that's what you want to do. Please get those jobs, because we need more women in IT. That was just a little sidebar. But it's just different talking with a group of guys, because they make a lot of like women jokes and stuff I'm not necessarily like, I wouldn't say comfortable with. And they're not being disrespectful. They're just overly talking about women in either like a sexual way or like, I don't know. They just talk about women a lot. And me, I'm just like, it's kind of uncomfortable for me. So it's just weird just having those conversations with them about women, and like, or sometimes they talk about like their junk and shit. And I'm like, yeah, like I try not to like talk. I try to change the topic anytime they talk about their junk, because I can't relate. I don't know what that feels like. I can't, you know what I'm saying? So I try not to be in that conversation. But I do stand there, right? And I never say anything. I let them converse amongst themselves, and I'll just laugh because it's funny, the things that they say, but I can't relate, so I don't be like, yeah, you know, that's how mine be too. Like, I don't want to do it. Going to the bathrooms. I've been using male bathrooms for a while now. Like, I don't know, maybe about a year or so now. And this is my first time going to the male bathroom at work. And that's fun to navigate too, I guess. All the changes that are happening this year, I like very much appreciate. And I'm just really just trying to get used to. But using the bathroom is a different dynamic too, because there's stalls in the male bathroom, right? And then there's urinals. I don't necessarily feel comfortable going to a urinal because I use an STP. I don't want anybody to see my STP because it's mine. Like, and if anybody sees an STP, they're gonna be like, the fuck is going on here? And then you gotta explain yourself, and I don't want to do that. So I always go inside the stalls. You know, I do what I do, use the bathroom, get out. But that's hard, because what if, and this has happened, I forgot my STP at home, and I'm just like, oh man. So it's hard. Sometimes I gotta pee and I don't go pee because I know somebody else is in the bathroom, so I'm just like panicking on the inside, and I wait for them to get out, and then I'll go in or something, or I'll go find another bathroom. It's just like, it's really hard to navigate. It's a struggle sometimes, and I'm just trying to cope with everything that's being thrown at me. I still greatly appreciate it, but at the same time, I'm just really trying to get used to it all. So my co-workers, though, like I said, they don't know that I am trans. And this is really what validated me and made me realize that literally no one knows what's going on. So I have this one co-worker, right? He's mad funny. He's mad cool. He's an old head. He's like 40 something, and we just chill with him because, you know, he's cool. So this one time, there's these things at my job called JVODs. It's a thing you use for a server. Think of it like a dumbbell, right? It's as long as a dumbbell, and it's heavy. It's like 40 pounds, and it's rectangular. It's not like an actual dumbbell, but it's long like a dumbbell. It's rectangular and it's heavy. Bam. So these J-Bods, you pull them out the slot, and you fix what you ever gotta fix. You put them back in. So in the beginning of my job, like when I first started, I was struggling because, like I said, it's heavy. I'm short. Sometimes these things are high, so I have to go up there, stand on the ladder, get my feet positioned properly so I don't fall. Pulling out this heavy, long thing, putting it down, putting it back, like fixing it, then putting it back. That was a struggle for me because I had to get used to the weight, going up the ladder, and all that stuff. So this one week, I pulled it out, did my thing, fixed it. Now I'm going to push it back in, but I couldn't put it back in for some reason, and I just was like having a hard time. And then after the third time of me having that issue, the old head dude come over to me and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, "What you talking about? Like, what you talking about?" He said, "You're not married, are you?" And I'm like, "No." He said, "I kid you not." He looked at me, hands on his hip, and said, "That's why." And I'm like, "What you mean that's why?" He said, "Because you having a hard time putting it in." And I said, wow. Okay. And I just died laughing because, bro, first of all, what the fuck? And like, yo, I could not stop laughing because what the fuck? Why would you ever say that to me? 2, I know how to put it in. And 3, you really out here don't know nothing that's going on with me. But I felt super validated after that conversation. I was like, I'm good. I'm passing. Everybody is on board with me and I'm loving it. But after that, it just changed the whole feel for me at work. It took one little joke for me to be like, that's it. Like, I'm good now. I feel more comfortable just being who I am around work. And yeah, I like it. Like, I like that people can see me now for me. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the most important thing. I just love being recognized, and I think that's really what it is for some trans folks. They just want to be seen, right? Not even some. I think that's what it is for all of us, right? We just really want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want to be felt and validated. So that experience, even if it was a joke, was a lot. It meant a lot to me because, I'm seen, and it feels good to be seen, always. Let me just drop off some tips, some jewels, some knowledge, I guess. I don't really know what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to explain y'all what it's like for me at work. But I was feeling a little bit uncomfortable right in the beginning because, like I said, it's my first time, my first job, identifying as Quincy, being seen as male, no one knowing anything. My voice changed, I have facial hair now, like, no one knows anything, right? If they find this video, or if they find my Instagram or anything else, I might be in the hot seat, but I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with answering questions. I just don't want it to be around, I don't want, of course, I don't want people talking about me. I don't want people being disrespectful, but I don't mind answering questions. So that's just something to throw out there just in case any of my coworkers do find this video. But I'm okay with answering all things. I was very uncomfortable in the beginning. It took me a lot to feel validated. It took me a lot to understand that this is who I am, right? Like, I've always known this is who I am, but like now everyone is starting to acknowledge me in the way that I want to be acknowledged. And it's still a little struggle sometimes, because I can't relate to every cis male story, but it's what's the word? I don't know, but I'm just really happy that things are changing and I'm feeling a lot better with just being me. But we're also, this is like another story inside of my ending, which should really be my ending, but here's what bothers me at work. You get close to people, right? And you can't really talk about some experience that you've had. With me, at least. I can't talk about some experiences I've had. Like, specifically, I can't talk about high school with coworkers. They'll be in a circle or wherever we are, and they are talking about their high school experience. I can't relate, or I can't, not that I can't relate, I just really can't talk about it because I went to an all-girls high school. So if they ask me what high school I went to, I'll just be like, somewhere in the Heights, you know, all the way up there, and it's just really different. So I say all that to say that I love who I am at work. I love everything that I'm becoming. It makes me super happy. If all of you are going through this and you're trying to navigate how to get a job or how to be stealth at work, literally just go in there, being yourself. Remember that you don't owe anybody any explanation. You don't have to give anybody any detailed knowledge about you unless you want to. Until you feel comfortable, you do that on your own. Other than that, just do your own thing. Like, no one has to know about you. No one has to know more about you than you are willing to tell. And that's just that on that. So I'm gonna end on that. I wanted y'all to be able to hear what I've been going through at work, and you know, I always like to keep y'all updated. Feel free to drop a comment down below, send me an email, all those good things. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button so you can get notified when all my videos drop out. Thank y'all for vibing out with me real quick. I appreciate y'all. I love the Almighty gang because y'all are the realest. Y'all always be talking back to me. Y'all pull up in my Instagram and send me love on over there too. I just appreciate the love and support, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Bye.